If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 41 of the Liverpool career mode here on FIFA 15. We start with an away game at the Britannia. It's not the easiest of places to go to, but we'll try our best to get a result against Stoke City. They currently sit 10th in the table after 4 games and we sit top. Only on goal difference though, key to point out, as you can see, Tottenham, Norwich and Manchester City all sit up there with 10 points as well. Starting a strong side as you might expect, Bojan and Arnautovic out wide, Stephen Ireland sat behind Mambiram Diouf and the ever-reliable Asmir Begovic in goal for Stoke City today, so it's not going to be a very easy game. We're playing in our third alternative kit in the black one. I decided to play in this rather than the yellow one because we don't really play in this one too often, so thought, you know, why not? But we've got Morgan Schneiderlin and Ilkay Gundogan sat holding with the rather stereotypical front three of Sterling, Coutinho and Sturridge, with Douglas Costa outside on the right-hand side. Hoping that we can pick up a result here to maintain our top spot. But it's actually Stoke that get off to the better start here, as you can see, working the ball about. It's only a top save from Stéphane Ruffier that keeps out Mambiram Diouf, and then unfortunately their follow-up cross wasn't necessarily the best, and we were able to get it clear. Now we are in good form, of course. We played Manchester United and Lille yesterday in our Monday afternoon episode, getting a draw against United and of course the win against Lille in our opening Europa League game. We should be hoping to win that Europa League group with FC RL and of course Lille and Lokomotiv Moscow in there, so we are definitely the strongest side. Unfortunately for Daniel Sturridge there though, he took just too many touches, could not quite get it under control before trying to get the shot away, and Begovic just came out and smothered it, and unfortunately it was a chance that went amiss. But Ilkay Gundogan gets a great turn in here. When you're left with that amount of space in front of you, you just have to shoot. I can't help it in situations like that, and my urge to score a wonder goal just takes over. Sturridge, so great turn inside here, good feet as well. Good shot, but again, Asmir Begovic, ever reliable, like we say, with another top save. It's been a very one-way, one-sided game so far. After Stoke had the opening effort, it's definitely been all our attacking prowess so far, but not yet been able to find a way past the goalkeeper. Made a couple of changes, as you saw. Gundogan, unfortunately, his stamina doesn't seem to be that good, so he does tire towards the end of games, and I am having to take him off. But great turn by Arnautovic there, and then rifles the ball in at the near post, and Ruffier can't do anything about it. 69 minutes into the game, and unfortunately we find ourselves 1-0 behind. Not necessarily deserved, but still we'll try our best to get ourselves back in it. Schneiderlin sets up Henderson, great first touch, and again my urge for the wonder goal takes over. Decent strike this time, but unfortunately it went wide of the target. Goalkeeper was diving full stretch but didn't need to get anything on it, and probably had it been on target Begovic would have had it covered anyway. But Sturridge gets in behind here, lovely feet. Surely it's just a case of putting it into the back of the net, but a wonderful last ditch defensive tackle from Wilson, throws himself in front of it, and we actually lose the game. Stoke City away from home is always a difficult fixture, and we've fell afoul here, unfortunately, at the Britannia. So that's our first defeat this year, all told, and really not happy about it. So I wanted to go into this next game against Millwall, although with a rotation side, considering it was only 2 or 3 days after the Stoke game, I wanted to come away with a convincing victory. But again, the New Den isn't the easiest of places to go to. We really are with some tough away fixtures here. They're playing 5-2-1-2 as well, so they're going defensive against the one of the better sides in the Premier League, although they might want to try and take advantage of the fact that we might be low on confidence, having just lost our first game of the season. As you can see, it is a rotation side, still pretty strong side, with Gerard Derek Cam in behind Eduardo Vargas, with Jesse Rodriguez and Heung-min Son out wide. Chan and Henderson in the holding midfield roles, with Thiago Iliouri. Not Thiago. Is it Thiago Iliouri? I think it's Thiago Iliouri. Regardless, he was the man to partner alongside Antonio Rudiger at the back in our defence, and we're going to try and get ourselves in front. It took half an hour really to actually get the game underway. As you can see there though, rather dodgy penalty decision. The guy, their defender, just tried to block the shot from Emre Can, I believe it was, in the box, and Eduardo Vargas just kind of found himself in between the two of them. You see Can goes here, Eduardo Vargas in the middle. He does block the shot really well, the defender, but actually wipes out Vargas in the process, and that's what the penalty was given for. So Stevie G steps up to try and give us the lead, and does so. Very well taken penalty. David Ford, nothing he could do about that in between the sticks for Millwall. Celebrating right in front of the Liverpool fans as well. Give them something to shout about as an away side, considering we really didn't do that in the previous game. So, as you can see, though, Nicky Bailey was a thorn in my side in their CDM role for the entirety of this game. A wonderful turn from Scott McDonald and an equally impressive left-footed finesse shot into the top corner. It gives Millwall an equaliser just 5 minutes after we went in front. So into the second half we go, and obviously a way to get myself back in front as soon as I possibly could. Eduardo Vargas, just using his pace here, just goes on an absolute run of love all the way around Mark Beavers. Good save though by Ford down low to his left-hand side. The Millwall goalkeeper was keeping me out quite well in this game. Gerardo going to take the set piece, stands it up. Up goes Thiago Eliori, and there he is with the header, getting his first start of the season, and a fantastic header. Loads of power behind that. Rose really well, and I was pleased to get myself back in front, obviously. But again, just a few minutes after we'd actually taken the lead, Scott McDonald's in the box. A great turn again, an even better finish this time, powering it past the goalkeeper. But that's not the first time this season. Mattia Perran has been disappointing at his near post. He did the same against Manchester United, and that was the reason why Stéphane Ruffier found himself with the first team for the Stoke game and the Lille game. Kept a clean sheet. No, he didn't keep a clean sheet against Lille. I apologise. It was a wonder goal that Lille got. But we're actually going to take the lead here again. 10 minutes from time. Eduardo Vargas somehow was onside there when the ball was played through to him. I thought he was well off, but obviously you play to the whistle, so I continued to just sprint down on goal. Referee didn't blow, and the linesman didn't put his flag up, so I kept going, scored the goal, and that was the one that gave us the 3-2 win. So we're through to the next round of the Capital One Cup, and we'll try our best to claim another trophy in that one next season. We did, of course, win the FA Cup and the Capital One Cup in our first season here at Liverpool, so we do have a cup title to defend, 2 cup titles to defend. We got to the semi-finals of the Champions League last year. Unfortunately, we're only in the Europa League this year, thanks to our league finish. But as you can see, that defeat against Stoke has knocked us from 1st to 5th. It's still very tight at the top of the Barclays Premier League. Ruffier back in the starting lineup, though, for this game at home against Newcastle, and a pretty much similar formation. Well, not formation. I play the same formation every game. Pretty much similar personnel on the pitch as was the case with the Stoke City game. Putting my faith in them again, hoping that they'd be able to, to recover from that, regain some confidence, get some goals on the board, and give us a win here against Newcastle. A stereotypical Newcastle side with all of the players you might expect to be in there, apart from, of course, Balde up top, who's a tall guy, and his stats are quite weird. He's quite strong, but he doesn't have the best acceleration of 72, but he does have sprint speed of 90, so he can go very fast. It just takes him a while to get there. Unfortunately, though, we don't start the game off in the manner in which we would like to. Jack Colback picks up a yellow card, similar to how he did at the weekend, actually, and was lucky to stay on the pitch at the weekend. But unfortunately, Morgan Schneidlin injures his ankle there in the 3rd minute, and I have to make a change. So we're a man down already, at least in terms of a man having to go off injured. We're a substitution down already, but I wasn't going to let that deter me. I was going to try my best to let Fernando just fill in the same holding role that Schneidlin was going to anyway, and continue showing great feet to just twist and turn to get the ball away from the defenders. The shot was initially blocked, but it falls back to him kindly, and he takes the chance this time around, rifling it across the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. It's Liverpool 1, Newcastle 0 after just 15 minutes, and we'll try and extend that lead sooner rather than later if we possibly can, considering we haven't kept a clean sheet yet so far in today's episode. Great feat from Douglas Costa, though, to get away from 1, then 2, and the shot is so unlucky off the outside of the far post. Desperately unlucky not to have made that 2-0 there. Douglas Costa with a wonderful run, but unfortunate with the finish. Coutinho, though, again showing great feet, uses Ilkay Gundogan and slots it to Fernando, who in turn is going to go on a great run, powering past 2 or 3 players before unfortunately gets out-muscled as he's taking the shot, which takes all the sting out of it, and it means that we aren't able to get the ball past the goalkeeper, and we stay at 1-0 for the remainder of the first half, unless, of course, we can get a goal here. Danilo stands the ball up, Sturridge with the header, but unfortunately doesn't quite get the accuracy on it, and I think it took a deflection off the defender actually and went out for a corner, which unfortunately nothing came from. So into this second half we go. We scored goals in the second half against Millwall. Hopefully we can do the same here against Newcastle. Sturridge obviously always going to turn inside in that particular opportunity, and a wonderful shot with the outside of his left foot, drills it into the bottom corner, and we are now 2-0 in front, and we have ourselves a little bit of breathing space. But Balde and Sissoko link up well. A lot of strength up top for Newcastle in this particular side. Both of those guys very hard to outmuscle off the ball. It took a good save from Ruffier here to keep Sissoko out, although Socrates almost scored an own goal. But regardless, even if it had gone in, it wouldn't have mattered because Moussa Sissoko was offside when the ball was played through to him from Balde. But we were actually going to go ahead and make it 3-0 here with a lovely finish from Daniel Sturridge in the 69th minute. 2 goals in the 69th minute so far today. Stoke scored theirs in the 69th, and we score our third in the 69th. Great technique, lovely drilled ball across from Alberto Moreno to pick Sturridge up. But you see the way he just wraps his foot around it. Great technique, and sends the goalkeeper completely the wrong way. You see here, goalkeeper goes down to his left, ball goes to his right, and that's 3-0, and that is game over. That's 3 points for us in the league for the first time in today's episode. A defeat, a win, in the Capital One Cup, and then a win in the league gives us 3 points from a 6 available and progression through in the cup, and that moves us back up to second in the league. Of course, our goal difference is still vastly superior, so we do sit ahead of Manchester United, Chelsea, and Manchester City. All of us sat there on 13 points, and undefeated Norwich City, having just been promoted out of the Championship up to the BPL again, sit top after 6 games with 5 wins and a draw on 16 points. You would think that they won't be able to last up there, but for now, they will have to enjoy their brief spell at the top of the Barclays Premier League table. But that will bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. There will be, of course, a My Player episode later on tonight. There was a Football Manager video uploaded earlier on this morning as well, so check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, whether it be this series, the My Player series, the FM series, or the Career Mode Road to Glory series. 4 series going on right now on the channel, uploading 3 videos every single day. I can't quite believe that that's what's going on right now, but that is the case. And streaming daily as well, so I'll be streaming over on Twitch tonight as well, so if you want to follow this Twitch channel and or me on Twitter as well, there'll be links in the description down below, as well as links to G2A, to my Instagram, and to my Facebook. So that is going to bring today's afternoon video to a close. Thank you very much for watching My Player Tonight, FM this morning. Check it all out, and I will see you next time.